human beings are basically pleasure-oriented people. They want comfort in life, but comfort in life leads us to be conservatives. We want to resist change, but at the same time, there is another instinct in the human beings that makes us ready to welcome change, and the uh, that is the basic instinct of innovation. We want to take risks in life sometime so that we can make more comfortable, make the life more comfortable for ourselves and others in the later period of life. So, in addition to resistance to change, this human instinct also adds another feature to the variety of uh, human behavior. We are conservatives, but at the same time we welcome change, and that is what makes us basically entrepreneurs. So today, a great session by Dr. Sila, Dr. Rajagopal, how to shape our entrepreneurial skills. So before I request our honorable resource person to address the participants, I request our computer division to welcome the participants, to welcome our esteemed guests, to welcome our resource person with, and welcome all of us with the Kulgit of IGNO. And this is a rendition in honor of the university, our mother, that is Indira Gandhi National Open University. We start with the honor to our mother, Indira Gandhi National Open University, and we start with our Kulgit. And for this, I request our computer division to uh, start the rendition, start the university Kulgit. Please, sir. Now, may I have the pleasure of requesting my colleague Dr. P.K. Jena, ARD, to introduce our guest of honor on the occasion, Dr. O.P. Sharma, Director NCIT IGNO, sir. Prabhat, sir, please.
Okay, good afternoon to everybody and namaskar. Esteemed Senior Administrator, Dr. S.K. Tripathi, sir, respected Director NCID, Dr. O.P. Sharma, sir, respected Resource Person, Dr. Rajagopal Sila, respected Deputy Directors, Dr. V.C. Nanda and Dr. S. Panigrai, sir, respected other dignitaries, my dear colleagues, friends, and dear learners. So I am very much grateful to introduce our guests. I am feel fortunate to introduce the guests also. And we are very much thankful and grateful to both the research persons, Dr. O.P. Sharma sir and Dr. Rajagopal Sila sir. So we are very much thankful to you, sir, for accepting our invitation and giving your consent to join this program. So thank you, sir. Thank you very much. I think I need not say much about Dr. O.P. Sharma sir, the director of NCID. Everybody knows him, and he's a very dynamic person, and he's the director of NCID, and he has been continuing many research projects on innovation and any innovative idea about distance education. And he is also initiating many steps regarding entrepreneurship. He's an active member, and as I know, he's a man of the physics. So thank you very much, and we are grateful to listen something from him. So thank you, sir, and I welcome you to this meeting. Next to O.P. Sharma sir, our next resource person is our Dr. Rajagopal Sila sir. And Rajagopal Sila sir is a training consultant and management faculty with a highly regarded track record for training, design and delivery. At present, other universities also. He is a British Council certified trainer to lead and deliver core skills training implementation to master trainers and leaders in vocational education institutions. And he is the designer and pilot faculty of Sai International Schools, the leadership camp Sai Netritwa, and delivering it since 2016. He is a sort of after three-reliance trainer. Dr. Rajagopal is well known for his conscientious and empathetic connect that he creates with his trainees. He has been a facilitated trainer throughout the India on various corporate sectors like L&T, Power Grid, Tata Power, Trade and Hotel, and etc. like this. With the over 2 decades of diversified exposure in training on various business functions ranging from sales training, quality assurance, process training, behavioral training, customer service, and product training, Dr. Rajagopal acquired his doctoral degrees in competency building through training intervention, a study in Indian context from Utkal University, and he has been working as a faculty in marketing, business communication, and soft skills. He has many contributions to students community, and he is endorsed with highly motivated and competent professional pan India. So thank you, sir. Thank you very much, and I welcome you to this meeting. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Prabhat sir, for your wonderful introduction of our esteemed guests, Dr. O.P. Sharma and Dr. Rajagopal. So, may I now request our Senior Regional Director sir to kindly welcome our both esteemed guests and our students to this occasion, and also to give the welcome address on this occasion. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Dr. Nanda. Very good afternoon to all of you. Before I proceed further, I must welcome Dr. O.P. Sharma, our Director of NCD IGNOU New Delhi, who has been conducting series of programs in NCID, especially in the field of startup innovations, entrepreneurship, and so on and so forth. Dr. Sharma, you are welcome to IGNOU Regional Center, Bhubaneswar. I am really grateful that you have agreed to, come over here through online and address the students and all the participants who are present today in this August. Uh, I'm also very much thankful to Dr. Rajagopal, uh, who has kindly accepted our invitation to present a talk on entrepreneurship, pitch of your entrepreneurial skills. It is indeed a very good topic, and when I heard about this particular topic, I got elated. I immediately discussed the matter with my colleagues, and a lot of curiosity was there as to what would be there in the topic itself and what would be the new information that we are going to get. So, sir, we are very much thankful to, and you are welcome to IGNOU Regional Center, Bhubaneswar. I also welcome all the participants, including the learners who have joined this Google Meet platform, because whenever we have invited our learners, our counselors, our study center staff, they have always come forward and joined meetings like this, and they always try their level best to make all the meetings successful. So this is something which is very praiseworthy, and I welcome all the participants also to this August Forum. We all know that Regional Center Bhubaneswar is one of the oldest regional centers established by Indira Gandhi National Open University in the country. When this center was established, it was looking after three states: Odisha, West Bengal, and undivided Bihar. After establishment of other regional centers in West Bengal and Patna, that is in Bihar, the jurisdiction of this regional center got limited to only the state of Odisha. At the moment, there are three regional centers functioning within the boundary of the state, that is the state of Odisha: Angul, Bhubaneswar, and Koraput. And these three regional centers are, working very hard in close synchronization. And always they try to provide best kind of support services to the students. As a result, every year, good number of students are qualifying from different programs, and some students are also getting gold medals. So these are something which is very satisfying, and we are proud of our learners. You see, this regional center, because of its unique kind of support services, has got gold medal 4 times. And the last gold medal was awarded to this regional center in 2020, when I was personally invited to receive the gold medal. So this is possible because of the kind of cooperation and support shown by both the study center staff as well as our learners. And of course, the regional center functionaries who are untiringly extending their helping hands to the learners. So we all are working as a team, and we all are working for the learners to improve the quality of education through support services. And you see, we have 82 learner support centers functioning at the moment, including 6 jail centers, where our jail inmates are also getting quality education from Indira Gandhi National Open University. Recently, IGNOU has introduced 48 new programs, new academic programs, and recently 3 master degree programs in science have been introduced, and we have seen tremendous amount of interest in these programs, like MSc Physics. It is released. The advertisement is released. Not advertisement. Even a small press release was there a few days back, and we have got 300 enrolled. So, like that, you see, in every program of IGNOU, there is tremendous amount of interest shown by our learners. And I must say with proud that Odisha is the biggest beneficiary as far as IGNOU programs is concerned, because every year nearly 50 to 55,000 learners are enrolling, through these 3 regional centers: Angul, Bhubaneswar, and Koraput. Bhubaneswar Regional Center is only looking after nearly 35,000 learners every year. So it is not a small number. If you compare the enrollment with any conventional university in the state, you'll find the number will be much, much less. And we are not only interested in terms of quantity, we are very much interested in terms of maintaining quality. Because our Honorable Vice Chancellor is always encouraging all the staff members of the regional centers and study centers to provide support services, good support services, so that quality education can be gained by the learners. The educational standard of the society can be maintained, or the educational standard can be elevated in the society. So this is how we are proceeding, and we are very proud to be a part and parcel of this great university, which is the largest open university in the world. And as far as innovation and startup activities are concerned, we have a dedicated division that is called NCIDE, National Center for Innovation and Distance Education. And we have with us Dr. OP Sharma, Om Prakash Sharma ji. He is the director of this particular division, and he has been heading very successfully this particular division. And every day, on day-to-day basis, he is sending information to different regional centers. He is listening from the regional centers about the new ideas, new innovations, and he is also trying to encourage the learners from time to time through Google Meet platforms or through various platforms which are available at the moment, to involve themselves, to engage themselves in different startup activities or innovative activities. So you see, the present world is something different. Time is changing very fast, and we must have to keep pace with the changing time. If we do not keep pace with the changing time, we'll be redundant or obsolete. Therefore, whatever new things are coming in our front, we must accept it and adjust ourselves with the new situation. So our learners must also adjust themselves to the new situation and engage themselves to the new innovations or startup activities, because everybody is an innovator. Every individual, every learner is an innovator. We are innovating so many things in our life. Every minute, every second, we are innovating something or the other. And we are not putting it, we are not showcasing it. As a result, our fellow members are not able to know it. So our duty is to encourage the learners who are doing some innovation, some startup, or some new thing, that must be showcased and that must be brought to the limelight, so that everybody will come to know about the new things. So this is how our National Center for Innovation and Distance Education, NCID, is functioning. And with the active support of our NCID, we have formed a innovation club here in Bhubaneswar, and we have good number of members, and we are also meeting very frequently with all the members of the innovation club, and we are trying to find out strategies as to how we will proceed further in encouraging our learners in doing some sort of innovations or the other in the state. So this is all I wanted to say. And with this, because time is very short, and we must have to listen very carefully to Dr. O.P. Sharma and Dr. Rajagopal also. So I stop here, and I once again welcome all of you. And I thank my colleagues who have organized this beautiful platform for a discussion about innovations and startup. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your inspiring words and encouraging words, and also particularly because of the spirit you have inculcated in our learners, when you say that every human being is an innovator, every human being is an entrepreneur. And it's a great honor to share with you, all of you, that our today's research person, Dr. Rajagopal, is also a great entrepreneur. He's a great innovator. So he's not only a theoretician, but also a practitioner. And another practitioner in this field today is Dr. O.P. Sharma, Director NCID IGNO. Under whose leadership, the IGNO learners have brought laurels to the university, brought laurels to the nation in the field of innovation. So it's a great honor for me to invite Dr. O.P. Sharma, Director NCID, to direct all to address all our esteemed participants today. Sir, I invite you to deliver your talk, sir. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much. First of all, I would like to thank Professor Tripathi and his team to give me this opportunity to interact with the students of your regional center and also virtually meet Rajagopal Silaji. So thank you very much to all of you. Really, it is my pleasure to be with all of you on this occasion when we are talking about pitch up for entrepreneurial skills. No doubt, this is a very relevant and important topic which we all should deal in today's time, because we know that national education policy, it is talking about revamping the education system. And revamping means we have to think differently, we'll have to think innovatively, we'll have to do something which is socially relevant, which is relevant to the society, which is solving the problem of the society. And that all is possible only when we are thinking innovatively, when we are doing some innovation, we are identifying the problems, and accordingly we are giving solution to the society. And that too, not only giving solution to the society, in fact, we need to provide employment to the society. And that employment can be given to the society when we talk about the entrepreneurial skills, entrepreneurship. Tripathi ji has rightly said that every one of us is an innovator, every one of us is an entrepreneur. This is true, but need is to make each one of us awake. Yes, you have that kind of skill, you have that kind of potential, you have that kind of mindset. So that is required, and I'm sure this kind of programs which you are organizing today will help our students in reminding them that they have this kind of potential, they can do something for the society. And because any university is not only for providing that education, you take admission, we will teach you for some time, and after that you take certificate and go out. I think in today's changing time, this is very much required, that we should make them aware of what all is possible that they themselves can do. And what they can do when we are creating awareness, when we are developing the skills amongst them, these all things are required. And with that objective in mind, as you have said, the National Center for Innovation in Distance Education at headquarters of IGNOU is taking up this kind of initiatives, right from idea generation to startup development. It's a long journey, you all know, and this is true that all of us have very brilliant ideas. Need is to identify those ideas, need is to synchronize those ideas with the problems of the people, problems of the society, problems of the country, and how we can give solution to them. So if that idea is taken to that journey, so that is converted into startup, in that journey, you know, the NCID at headquarters is providing different kind of activities, programs to the students, sometimes with the help of regional centers, sometimes directly at the headquarters. Right now, today we have started a 3-day training program that is we call Student Empowerment for Entrepreneurial Development. We call it SEED, that is a Student Empowerment for Entrepreneurial Development, because when we talk about the entrepreneurship, innovation is inherent that, because without innovation, you cannot think of entrepreneurship. And entrepreneurship is not only to make you a businessman. If I'm working here at IGNOU at headquarters, if you are working somewhere else, I think Dr. Rajgopal will highlight these all things. These skills are required at every point of your life. If you are having that entrepreneurial mindset, innovative mindset, it will be useful to you at every stage, every step. It will help you. And if you are little more, then you can set up your startup, you can set up your business, and that will help the country, that will help the society in making Atmanirbhar Bharat, because our government of India is talking about that. We all know that we can become Atmanirbhar only when we all are self-reliant, when we are doing ourselves do something. So in that context, as I mentioned, we are working from ideation to startup. In that context, you all might be knowing from time to time, we organize different kind of programs, sometimes idea competition, ideathon, sometimes business plan competition. In that, this is not only business plan competition, this is basically to help you, to guide you to develop a good business plan which can be bankable, which can fetch some funding from some other organization. Based on that, we guide you, we train you, we provide that kind of mentorship so that you can convert that business into a startup. So we right now we have announced this a scheme that is a best startup award also. Best startup award is basically aimed at identifying the startup initiatives, and after that what we do, we not only identify, after identifying we normally give different kind of specialized need based trainings to the students, so that because we know our students is a kind of a different. In conventional system, different kind of programs are normally organized in the colleges, universities, so students are aware of what to do next. If you have some idea what should I do next, but in our case you are isolated from us. You may be having a brilliant idea, but what you need to do next, that is a problem. That's why we try to identify the potential innovator first by organizing different kind of activities. And I offer to you, I request you all the students here who are present, be little alert about the NCID activities. We inform our RCs also to convey to the regional to the students. So know about the NCID activities, whatever we are organizing, and then get connected with us, so that if you are interested in doing something, we will provide you the required training, required guidance, required mentorship, and that is our regular feature which we are doing. And as a result of that, what we have achieved, many of our students like you, they are doing very wonderful, that we can say, performance at the national levels. For example, in the national innovation contest, one of our student was the first winner. He got 7 lakh grant from the Ministry of Education. Last year, you might be knowing, one of our student was the winner of a Smart India Hackathon. He got first prize and got 1 lakh award also. That kind of students are coming from amongst you only. But need is that you come to us and then we will guide you, so that you can take your vision neck further, and then achieve laurels to yourself and also to us. And this kind of program which RC Bhubaneswar is organizing will certainly help you in getting idea and getting some awareness, knowledge, how to take your ideas further. I will not take much time because I have lot to say, but it is good time to listen to our expert. We can have a separate meeting sometimes separately, talking about what activities we are having for these students. But I would like to mention 2 things. One, right now we are inviting applications for the best startup award. If any one of you or someone known from you, they have developed startups, you kindly apply for that. For details, you can visit our website. That is one thing. Second thing is my request to Rajagopal Silaji. We would like to involve you in these activities which we are organizing at the headquarters. So I will request you to be part of our
Sir,
activities, because you are expert, and
thank you,
we
sir.
are always looking for such kind of experts who can guide us, who are field
Sir,
level workers or that kind of things. So that is my request to you.
sir.
I will take your details from my colleague Dr. Tripathi. So thank you very much.
Okay, sir.
Once again, I congratulate RC Bhubaneswar for organizing this activity under this innovation club at RC. Raj Gopal Silaji, I would like to tell you, all our regional centers are having innovation clubs. We have a innovation club at headquarter, and in addition to that, all the regional centers are having innovation club, and they are regularly organizing this kind of innovation, startup, and entrepreneurship activities. Because we know that in besides academic courses and programs, students need to know about these all things, because they will help them directly in their day-to-day life. So thank you very much to all of you. Enjoy this session and take advantage of the expertise of Dr. Rajgopalji. Thank you very much to all of you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir, uh, for your kind, inspiring words, for your wise words, and your encouragement to the regional center and the esteemed participants. Like a true leader, you also invited our resource person of the day to all occasions of IGNO in all innovation club. So that is the inspiration we draw from you as a leader. Thank you very much, sir, for giving us the precious time today, despite your hectic schedule. Thank you once again. I now request the research person of the day, Dr. Rajagopal Silla. As I told my dear participants beforehand, Dr. Rajagopal is not only a great theoretician in the field of management, he practices management as well. He is a great practitioner. He himself he has uh, taken challenges in life. He has invented himself always as a new person. I know him personally through my friend. He always invents as a human being and he always takes challenges head on in life. That is what an entrepreneurs always need. So I welcomed you again, once again, Dr. Rajagopal, and I request you to address all of us and inspire us,
Thank you, sir.
encourage us, enrich us with your wise inputs. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. May I request RC uh, IT cell to please make the presentation. There's a small problem from my end, so it will be better
Okay, sir.
if they start presenting from there.
Okay, okay, sir.
Can we do that?
Yeah.
So the presentation, please. Is it possible, or shall I try an alternate from my end? Could you do that? Yes.
Is it it is visible
Yeah, it
on
is
our screen,
visible, sir.
sir?
But then I want only the presentation, not the whole
Yeah,
screen.
whole screen you want. Okay.
I don't want the whole screen. I want the presentation. If you can, yeah, that's better. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Now it's okay for you,
Okay.
sir?
Yes, sir.
Is it
Okay, sir.
visible to everybody?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Yes,
Mitra.
yes,
Yes,
it
sir.
is
Yes, sir.
visible, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, okay then.
Yes, sir.
I
Yes,
had
sir.
initial. I welcome you all to this pitch up your entrepreneurial skills, and I am appreciating Igno's effort to bring me to this platform to interact with you guys and share my peace of mind, so that in any ways, if we can impact ourselves to benefit the society, then we all step forward. And I congratulate each one of you for pursuing this entrepreneurship course and also set on to pitch up. Now, before I start, I'll tell you like the small problem we had. This was actually the presentation was made on a MacBook, but we have a small issue. So now we are presenting through the Windows. So that's the reason why the fonts here and there will be a little disfigured. Please bear with us. Okay. The agenda today is we will very quickly, very briefly understand who an entrepreneur is and what does an entrepreneur contribute. Well, many of you are aware of it, yet to bring up that spirit today, I'll have to give you that brief introduction. Now, what are those basic entrepreneurial skills the world looks up to from the entrepreneurs? And we come to the major part, which is how does an individual like you and me develop the entrepreneurial competency so that we can pitch up. And what is pitch up? When we have a concept and we want to we want the world to get benefit out of it, we need to present it, place it in front of them the way they accept it. And for this we say pitch up, right? But let us see what exactly pitch up means today. Okay, next, sir. Thank you. Now, what do entrepreneurs do? Sir, please keep on going one point after other. Please keep pressing. Next. Yeah. Entrepreneur is the one who will start from scratch. That is, they have those basic leadership qualities. They take the initiative. They take the responsibility that they have to bring up something. Okay. And this can happen only when they enhance their capacity. Okay. Now, how can they do this? Please stop, sir, for this slide. Okay. Now, one has to take challenges that come head on. And sometimes you'll have to venture into the world without knowing what is ahead. So that should be the spirit of an entrepreneur. And when you do this, even if there are 101 failures, you will certainly expand your magnitude of your knowledge, your abilities, and that is where competency builds. Many a time, while you are aiming for something, you may develop some other skill which will be helpful in a little different field, yet that will bring success to you. So, your first attempt or the primary purpose for which you started may not give you the success which ultimately comes from a different angle and you have not even thought of it. And an entrepreneur is the one who brings up newness to the world, maybe new product, new service, and this can come. And whenever you bring such newness, certainly you will be improving people's abilities. How? Like, until we had telephones, we had limited communication. The moment we had mobile phones, our communication grew exponentially, right? So that is the kind of improvement it brings to life. Now, and when this was made, every new field will generate employment. अगर कोई एम्प्लॉयमेंट देना नहीं चाहता, खुद से ही करना चाहता है, फिर भी ना वो अकेला नहीं कर सकता, उसके साथ अपने घर वाले, दोस्त वगैरह, उनकी भी तो सहायता जरूरत पड़ती होगी। और वो मॉनिटरी उनको कॉम्पेंसेट ना भी करे तो भी वो किसी ना किसी तरह से उनको कुछ फायदा देते हैं। सो employment is generated. When you do it officially, it is employment. Otherwise, it's just sharing benefits. Okay. And how does this happen? Only because one generates profits. And whenever you are generating profit, you are developing or contributing to the GDP, isn't it? And any of this one step also is successful in you, you would be one of those successful people. When all of these are your success steps, overall you will be successful. Next, sir. And this is how we impact, sir. One more, sir. Okay. Now, I would like to hear from you all. You may write in the chat boxes what, according to you, is entrepreneurial skill. What we discussed is what an entrepreneur does. Now, what skills does an entrepreneur require? Can you please put it in the chat boxes? Are there any responses, sir? I would like the participants to write down, like, what do you think? In one word, you can just say, or some of you can unmute yourself and answer. So please let the presentation flash. Sir, I have the chat window open, so you may kindly make the presentation in full screen. Slideshow can be on. Yeah, correct. Business
Okay,
idea,
I'm just looking at the
thinking
chat
out of
box.
the box. Absolutely right. Strong desires, leadership qualities, great. Right? Quick SWOT analysis, wonderful. Sir, please go back to the presentation. Great. Thank you. Thank you for your responses. Yeah, the slideshow, sir. Thank you. Now, next, sir. Please move to the next one. Thank you. Yeah. So let us see the needs of entrepreneurship. What you mentioned now are the skills, right? Now let us see what exactly is needed. Next, sir. Yeah. An entrepreneur requires a growth mindset. This is what exactly is required. Now, unless we think that I'm going to develop something, I'm going to expand something, then how do we go about? First of all, we require that growth mindset. But if we just completed certificate course, we do not become entrepreneurs. We need that growth mindset. How do we get the growth mindset? We will think. Next, we need to look at others' perspective as well. We have ideas, but how about the ideas of others? How do we accommodate the ideas of others? And we need to identify the exact problem. All those products and services that you see in the world are brought by people who have identified the actual problem, right? Okay, next, sir. Now, every time there is a problem, there are alternative solutions, but which one should one opt for? We know the failure stories as well, like people phased out, like giants like Nokia got phased out because they did not choose the option available, and they ignored it thinking that this market will fetch them big, but it didn't happen. Next, sir. So we need to understand, and once we are ready with some kind of a product or service, we should actually understand how it would benefit the end user. Only when we understand how it would benefit the end user will we be successful, and this is real pitching. And you just can't give a benefit because there are competitors. Now, along with the benefit, you need to give them one second, hold on, sir. Along with the benefits, you need to give them more advantages. Only then you can beat the competition. And for this, what you need to do further is you have to bring all this with certain features. How can you give the benefit? Because that has to have some feature. So feature is actually what you put into the product or service, the package, right? Let's move, sir. Next. Yeah, sir, can you play the video? Is it possible?
It's not playing, I think.
Okay.
When I'm clicking this, it's not playing.
Sir, let me
Yes.
play from my end, only this one, and I'll be sharing the screen here.
Yes.
Allow me to share the screen for
Yes.
this one
Let me
moment.
stop sharing.
Yeah.
Now you can do.
Yes, sir. No, it's actually, yeah, got it, sir.
Yeah.
So there is a small issue with this. It's not playing actually. I would like to go with the other option. I guess I can play from here. Just give me one moment. What I want you to do when this video plays is you need to see that players and identify one unique player, one very different player. Can you see the player?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Please note that player and tell me what do you find different with this player? Could you identify the player? I guess you have now seen it. Okay. Sir, we can now have the other presentation, please. Yeah, can anyone tell me who the player was and what is the difference between this player and the rest of them? This is the player I'm talking about. He is Muggsy Bose. Muggsy Bose is just 5 feet 3 inches. And then he is one of the best basketball player. What is required in basketball players? Height. But this gentleman is so short, but he took this as an advantage and he was one of the best players. Yes, whatever be the condition, we have to move ahead. Ajit, very correct. Now, this is because he identified his strengths. Sir, next, please. So, please move to the next slide. So, each of us have to see like where our strengths lie and we need to work on our strengths. Sometimes we may not identify our strengths, but there are people who are with us and they will help us identify our strengths. Okay. Sir, please, next one. So we need to focus on our strengths. Next, please. Next. Okay. So when we have this growth mindset, we will be expanding our potential. You must have heard about people saying left brain, right brain, and the both brain intelligence, right? Many of us do not try to improve our brain power, and that's the reason why we remain with limited potential. Now, when we expand our potential, we can do wonders. Now, the question is, how do we do it? Next, sir. Next, sir. Once more. We have seen this. See, one is we need to expand our potential, and then we need to understand that not every time our perspectives are correct. So we need to look at others' perspective. But as long as you are blind, as long as you do not see what is the actual fact, we will remain with a wrong perception. So we need to expand our perspectives as well. And how can we do it? We have to be open to others' opinion. And how does that come? When we ask for a feedback. You may have wonderful idea and you will think, if I share this idea with anyone, they may steal it. Not necessarily. There will be people who you can trust and you discuss your idea. They will help you improve it. Next, sir. Next. Okay. I know, I am sure everybody knows this. What do you see? You must have come across this picture or similar picture several times. What do you see? Do you see an old lady or a young girl?
Both we can see, sir.
Do you see both?
Young
If you
girl.
see old lady in the chat
Old
box, say
lady.
O. If you see young lady, say Y. And if you see both, say B. B for both, O for old
B, sir.
lady. Yes, great. Okay. Sir, please move to the next slide. Hold on, sir. Acha, what do you see? What do you think? See, one part of this actual picture is hidden with a white paper. Okay, the lower portion is hidden. Can anyone expect what will be the full picture?
Science, sir. This is
Science.
science.
Is it?
Yes, sir.
Sir, please move on to the next slide.
Science.
See this? No? This is a number plate, and if you hide one part, you will see that it appears like science. Now that's the fun with science. So we need to have a complete vision. First is no blindness, keep open, discuss with others, know others' opinion, and also be open to the entire thing. Sir, please move next. We also know this. Uh, a test was made in a school, and believe me, the children came up with 27 different objects that they could see. Usually people see 3 or 4 things, like a vase, a fountain, and 2 faces, right? But these children came up with 27. When I used it in a much lower class, class 6, to my surprise, these children came up with 42 different things from the same picture, right? So that shows perspectives will be different. Sir, please move on to the next one. Okay. Sir, keep moving for 3 or 4 times. So what happens is, so please key in to next. So what we do is, this one arrow shows we need to introspect within my mind. Can I come up with different ideas? Please hold on, sir. So can I come up with alternate thoughts, alternate ideas? The other is, the moment I feel stuck, I should be open to others and take their feedback. Also, whatever I have thought, I need to discuss with others. Of course, you will be selecting a person who can be taken into confidence, right? And you do it. So what I say is, broaden your perspective with the you attitude from the other person. जो हमें नजर आता है ना, वो दूसरों को शायद नजर नहीं आ रहा, या फिर हमसे भी बेहतर नजर आ रहा है. तो हमें ना हर एक की नजरिए से देखना पड़ेगा. Please move on, sir. Next slide. So far we have seen 2 things. One is we need to expand our potential, and the other is we need to see from the you attitude. This is a small videos many of you must have seen in the social media. Now the little girl and the horse, and the little girl takes the horse along with her, and the horse moves, right? So sir, please next. Now the question is, who do you want to be? Wait, sir. Previous slide. Who do you want to be? In the chat box, you say G for the girl and H for the horse. If you think you want to be the girl or H. Oh, we have a mix of opinions. Now look at this. Great. Thank you. Hold on. Now what happens is, now here the horse lets the little child take it, carry it. Does it mean the horse doesn't know its power? No, the horse very well knows its power. Okay, so if you be a horse, then you know your potential and you will expand your potential. At the same time, the horse is so humble, it will let the little child to move. We have to be like that, right? Also, when you are comparing yourself with the girl, regardless of your power, you should have that inner confidence that yes, even I can lead a beast like this, which is so many times powerful than me. So we have to be both, right? Please move on to the next slide, sir. Now, here we have choices. What I mean to say from the previous slide is, any choice of ours, if it is directed in the right path, it will certainly bring solution. Now, the next thing is, how do we look at problems and the solutions we choose? How do we look at problems? Do we look at problems like problems? How does an entrepreneur look at problems? An entrepreneur looks at problems like hurdles. The word hurdles again is a barricade, but this barricade needs to be overtaken. as long as you say problem, it will remain like a problem. If you say hurdle, you will say मैं इसको पार कर लूंगा, right? So the moment you change your perspective and you build your potential, then problems will seem like hurdles. Hurdles are those barriers which can be overtaken and you move forward, right? And when the moment you make up this mindset, I'm sure you will have multiple options to choose from, and the solutions will give you options to choose from. Sir, one step at a time, next move kijiye. One step, only one click. Okay, what you see here is, that's a room. Okay, sir, please hold on. That's a room on two walls. On one side of the wall, when we flash a light, it gives a shadow on that wall, and there is one more wall, right? So there is some object here. Okay, and you guys have to identify what the object will be. Okay, now what should be the object? What do you think is the object? I have hidden the object for now, but अगर हम इस पे लाइट डालेंगे ना, तो उसका शैडो ऐसे राउंड आता है. ऑब्जेक्ट क्या हो सकता है, बताओ.
It will be a sphere, sir. Sphere like shape.
ओके सर, प्लीज मूव नेक्स्ट. एक बार और क्लिक कीजिए. दूसरे वॉल पे देखो, वही ऑब्जेक्ट है लेकिन वहां पे शैडो अलग है. ओके, एक ही आइटम है जिसपे ये वाला लाइट दो दीवार पर अलग अलग छवि आ रहा है. बताओ क्या हो सकता है वो प्रोडक्ट. कैन यू गेस द ऑब्जेक्ट?
Maybe a
Yes or
cylinder,
no?
sir. Cylinder like cylinder,
Sorry.
sir.
Okay. Shape of inside LED. Sir, any other? Torch, frame, and light. No. The object is one. Okay, sir, please go to the next. Up next click कीजिए sir. Both the pictures are true, sir. Once more. Yes. See this? The object is same, but then it puts two different shadows. So that is how we need to expand. सिर्फ कुछ प्रोडक्ट लेके आएंगे और उसको प्रेजेंट कर देंगे नहीं होगा. वो हर एक को सही लगना चाहिए. And that is the skill of an entrepreneur. I'm sure many of you must have got brilliant ideas, but then these brilliant ideas have to be freezed and shaped in order to create it as a product or service. So we need to look from different perspectives. Please move on to the next slide, sir. Right? So here we need to develop, sir, once. So we have to develop the salesman acumen, right? How do we develop the sales acumen? So if we say मैं ये बेच रहा हूं, आप खरीदो, ज्यादा लोग नहीं खरीदेंगे बट ज्यादा नहीं. लेकिन हम उसके अगर फायदे बताएंगे कि उन्हें क्या मिलेगा, then they will go for it. So whenever you design a product or service, you have to think about how it will benefit others. Okay, now example here we will see. A person doesn't want to waste time in editing the pictures and all, and if we give them the best picture from the device, from the camera, and he doesn't have to keep so many pictures. अभी भी आपके पास आप फोटो उठा रहे हो, 3-4 उठा रहे हो, हाँ, एक अच्छा आने से रखोगे. कई बार ऐसा होता है आपने फोटो उठा दिया 3-4 और उसको एडिट करना भूल गया और आपका स्टोरेज भर गया. So and what will be the advantage, sir? Please next. ये तो बेनिफिट हो गया. The advantage will be this particular app automatically keeps only the clearest picture and removes the rest. Okay, and your storage will be like saved 80%. Isn't it wonderful? एडवांटेज है, बेनिफिट है. जो भी बनाओगे बेनिफिट्स और एडवांटेजेस को अलग करो. and based on it, put the feature. Sir, please, next. And next. Okay, so this is an app with an automated photo storage that edits and stores. Isn't that wonderful? So earlier sales people used to say like you have to go for fabbing, but आजकल ना हम reverse आ रहे हैं. Benefits पहले सोचो, advantages सोचो, फिर जाके features के बारे में बात करो. वरना आप बोलोगे मैं इतना अच्छा चीज बनाया आप खरीदो, तो लोग नहीं करें. So when you pitch for people to take it, I'm not only talking about sales people or marketing when it comes to your product or service you design, but even when you have to present it to a venture capitalist to finance your project, you will have to talk about the benefits it will give. So what are the takeaways of the people who will buy the product or service, and what else will you include in it? Benefits also, people are not fools. Like I said, you will be facing so much of competition. Many people will come and give that product, but you need to beat the competition, so you have to include more advantages. And when you package these in the features, then you can sell. So please move on to the next. So what you need to do is, whichever project you are on or wherever you are consulting as an entrepreneur, always check what the problem is and identify the problem in such a manner that you have choices to pick whose benefits are maximum and advantages will be more, and based on that you fix the uh, the features, right? So usually what happens, we get an idea, मैं ऐसा app बना दूंगा और ये, this is your idea, you understand how it would benefit, but you tell people this is how it will benefit. You must have seen those Shark Tank and all these social media, this series, right? You must have understood there itself. Just giving a product is not important. How many will be the takers, right? So the takeaways have to be important. Please move on to the next slide, sir. Okay. So we need a growth mindset to grow, and this will build your potential multidimensionally. Next, sir. And the perspectives from will give you that you attitude. The moment you have you attitude, your thinking from the buyer's perspective and the financer's perspective will start. Becoming an entrepreneur is one part, but becoming an entrepreneur through and through from the beginning is important. So the problems have to be seen like hurdles. I have, from my experience, I will say after this slide what my experience was and how it was misinterpreted, and how it became a opportunity loss. I'll narrate it. Okay, and the solution that we have and what we choose is important. So the choices have to be correct. It is not a solution, but it has to be a choice so that people will buy, right? And the benefits have to be the takeaways. Many a time in your house, you must have seen many items you bought and they are lying idle. Why? Because you are impressed by the feature and you bought it, but you are not using. But had you gone with the benefit, the customer would have understood the benefit out of the product, they would have certainly used it. If you have a customer who doesn't use your product, likely that they will not buy from you the next time you come with a even more brilliant product, right? Next, sir. So we need to include those advantages and put them as a package. Now, what we have is, if you have the potential and build the potential with you attitude, overcome the hurdles with the right choices, and give or deliver the right takeaways, including those advantages to the people in the package that you are serving, product or service, you're going to pitch up. Now read this from the bottom. You will be pitching up. Pitching up is actually the listener, maybe the venture capitalist, maybe the buyer. Now they need to understand it from the bottom line. So how are you actually packaging the whole thing is very important. This is what is a pitch up for your entrepreneurial skills. Since we do not have much time, I was pretty fast. Please hold on, sir. Now, in the chat box, each one of you tell me either one action that you will take to pitch up. At least one action that you will take to pitch up from what you have understood this. I'll be happy if this has been that effective. Let us see like how much you could take away from this interaction. One behavior that you will show to pitch up. प्लीज कीन इन द चैट बॉक्सेस. वो कौन सा ऐसा काम है जो आज से आप करोगे जिससे आपका एंटरप्रेन्योरियल स्किल्स उभर आएंगे. Thinking of something and doing are two different things. We know the theory tells everything, but to put it into practice, we have to do these. And how would you develop your perspective? How would you increase your considering a thing as a problem or a hurdle? And when you say hurdle, see, this is the way you approach to things. When you change your attitude towards things, you will improve your thinking, and this improved thinking only can help you in bringing up better products and better consultants. Yeah, someone wants to to ask something. Mr. Santosh, do you have a question? Otherwise, please mute yourself. Market research for finding the problem statement upon which I can work, right? But at the same time, market research, you will have to focus on the data and analysis you do and identify the exact problem. See, when you conduct a market research, you will only get people's opinion. But how would you interpret these and people's statements in order to come to the exact hurdle? Now, what actually is the problem? कई बार हम देखते हैं ना, कस्टमर रिलेशनशिप एग्जीक्यूटिव जैसे आई हैव ट्रबल यूजिंग माय डिवाइस, बट उनको डिवाइस एक पर्टिकुलर समय में यूज करना ना हो सका उनके हाथों, इसलिए वो नाराज हैं. बट एक्चुअली दे आर नॉट अनहैप्पी विद द प्रोडक्ट. सो ऐसे भी होता है. स्टैटिस्टिक्स ऑफ मार्केटिंग. टेल मी कैटेगोरिकली एक ऐसा काम जो आप करोगे. Yes, having you mindset and perspectives, you have to be more meticulous. ठीक है. See, if we Satyajit sir, if you go with first developing your skill, then trying to know the problem of market, these have to go on simultaneously. ठीक है. तो वो कौन सा स्किल आप डेवलप करोगे? Which is more important? You need to identify your strengths and your areas of improvement. Okay, so you have to be very specific. One action plan. See, when I did it this way. I started taking feedback from people whenever I get a new idea. Now I'll tell you my first failure. Way back in '96, my father was a textile merchant, and I said, how about preparing uniforms for the school I studied, and we prepare the uniforms and sell instead of selling the material. My dad said, बच्चे बढ़ते जाएंगे ना तो वो हर साल खरीदना पड़ेगा, और कौन माता पिता हर साल खरीदेंगे. एक बात. दूसरी बात, वो एक स्पेसिफिक कलर कोड होगा उस यूनिफॉर्म का, वो हर बार एग्जैक्टली वैसे नहीं आता. एंड व्हेन इट कम्स टू चेक शर्ट्स, वो एग्जैक्ट पैटर्न में नहीं मिलेगा. देयर इज माने वो स्टैंडर्डाइजेशन, यूनिफॉर्मिटी प्रोडक्ट में नहीं आएगा. एंड आई टोल्ड माय फादर, नाउ let us start it with plain colors. But my dad did not agree. So there was the problem. It wasn't the hurdle the way we saw. And today what happened? a particular university, say suppose they are making a white and blue check shirt for their graduates 1 year, after 3 years they are changing the color of the uniform as well. Isn't that the way we deal with a hurdle and not see it as a problem? So that is why we say apna na nazariya badalna chahiye, and we need to come up, we need to brainstorm. Okay, so we need to improve our communication skill. Very specifically, सही सवाल पूछना किसी से, सही जवाब, और जो जवाब मिला उसे सही तरह परखना. These are certain basic things we have to do. Okay, I guess we have to catch up sometime again for further details. With the time limit that I had, I think I have done a little justice. Sir, please move on to the next slide. And thank you for being a wonderful interactive participants. All this responses I appreciate. If you have any questions, let us take 1 or 2 questions quickly, and then we can wind up. Anyone? We can
Thank
stop
you, sir.
sharing, sir. Yeah.
I request all the participants to raise any queries if they are in their mind. So I also request them to be very brief.
Yeah. Someone has raised a hand. You can speak.
Satyajit, please speak.
Mr. Pankaj Sahu has raised hand. Please speak.
जी सर
Students,
नमस्कार
if you want to put your query in English, in your Odia, that's up to you. Don't hesitate
Yes.
to ask your question.
हाँ, मु ओडिया बुझी पारे किंतु मो ओडिया एभलिया सुना जीवो, तो आपन को ठीक लागिले you can certainly ask in Odia and I'll respond in Odia, and you can ask me in Telugu as well if there are any Telugu students. Yes, Pankaj.
सर नमस्कार
नमस्कार, कुहंतु.
सर एक्चुअली मु इंडियन ऑयल काम करूची एंड मो वाइफ भी गोटे गवर्नमेंट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ले काम करूचंती किन सर मोर सबले गोटे जे कोनसे गोटे स्टार्टअप बा बिजनेस करिया को इच्छा होचे किंतु घर लोक टोटली सपोर्ट करना कि मोर कॉन्फिडेंट भी आसुनी पूरा 100%. तो सर
अच्छा, घर वाले, राइट?
हाँ
ओके.
सर वो लोग को कहना
That is
है
why
कि
I said.
जी सर
Sorry.
हाँ वो लोग का कहना है कि अगर दोनों ही गवर्नमेंट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में हो तो क्यों बिजनेस में घुसना है, क्यों फिर एक्स्ट्रा रिस्क लेना है, क्यों वो लाइन पे जाना है.
हाँ हाँ.
पंकज जी, मैं आपका क्वेरी को आधा मिनट रेस्पॉन्ड करूंगा कि इससे पहले
आज्ञा.
कि डॉक्टर राजगोपाल आपको रेस्पॉन्ड करें.
आज्ञा सर.
Actually, the basic human instinct is comfort.
आज्ञा.
Okay.
आज्ञा.
Whenever we go for a change, there is a resistance in my mind, in our mind, because
हाँ
when you are maintaining status quo, when you are maintaining happiness with what you have, what you are, you cannot go for a change because change is always risky. So
आज्ञा.
you have to overcome that state of mind that if I go for doing this or doing that, I may be in jeopardy. My job may go away, and I may not have enough to run my family. So that is the basic hindrance you will face in the case. But in your case, your wife is also doing a job. So your basic human needs are fulfilled from one side. So you yourself can sacrifice your job and you can go for your entrepreneurship. You have to take a challenge.
ओके सर. ओके थैंक यू.
Okay. Pankaj, see, that's the reason why I talked about pitching up and how do you pitch your project. अपने घर वालों से वो बेनिफिट्स वाले बात पहले करो कि इतना फायदा लोगों का होगा अगर मैं ये वाला काम मेरे तरीके से करूंगा। सो देन यू से ये वाला मैं करना चाहता हूं, फिर जाके वो राजी होंगे। दैट्स द रीजन व्हाई आई सेड बेनिफिट्स यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड। आप क्या करना चाहते हो बाय द वे?
मैं सर एक पेट्रोल पंप खोलना चाह रहा था।
गुड, ओके। उस इलाके में कितने दूर तक पेट्रोल अवेलेबिलिटी नहीं है, वो वाला पहली बात देखो, राइट?
वो जी
सो
सर।
ऐसी
हाँ सर।
बातें पहले बोलना चाहिए। अगर आप शुरू करोगे, बोलोगे मैं पेट्रोल बंक खोलना चाहता हूं, दे विल थिंक अरे इन्वेस्टमेंट हो जाएगा, बाकी काम होगा कि नहीं, राइट? दैट्स द
वही।
रीजन व्हाई फर्स्ट थिंक अबाउट द बेनिफिट्स, थिंक अबाउट द एडवांटेजेस, देन से हाउ विल यू डू दिस। फिर बोलना पेट्रोल बंक इज वन सच ऑप्शन, ठीक है? तो दैट इज पिचिंग अप। Okay,
जी सर।
shall we move on to the next question? I hope
थैंक यू।
your question is answered.
थैंक यू। थैंक यू सर।
Next question.
सर नमस्कार।
नमस्कार सत्यजित, कुहतु।
सर जेमिति भाई कहते कि तांकर इनकम रो सोर्स अच्छी तो से बिजनेस स्टार्ट करबा को चाहउछंती, तो हमर इनकम रो सोर्स नाही, बट आज ए कॉमर्स स्टूडेंट हमें बिजनेस करबा को इंटरेस्टेड अछु, तो सर से केस रे कोन करबो, तापर निजरो सेल्फ कॉन्फिडेंस भी बढ़ुनी।
Yeah, see, why do you lack confidence? आगे सही कथाटा कुहतु, and don't focus on what you do not have, focus on what you have. सेति पे स्टार्टिंग रे देखैली से वीडियोटा, Muggsy Bose could have kept quiet. He wouldn't have gone for basketball. It is out of his reach. But then he understood he is the swiftest person and speed is his advantage. Huh? So likewise, you focus on your strengths and I'm sure you will come up with an idea. Does that answer your question, Satyajit?
यस सर, थैंक यू।
Many a times it so happens हम लोग ना अपना SWOT analysis करते ही नहीं है। What we are best at, we overlook that. We need to see that there are ways of finding what we are good at. Okay, so you need to do that exercise first, and then you plan for how you would be contributing to the world. See, मैं इसलिए आपको बोल रहा था ना, वो whatever those Shark Tank and all, they always see like what is the benefit to the larger society. Only then such projects are being invested. So they don't invest on anything which seems lucrative. They have to see the sustainability of a product or a service or a project, right? So focus on your strengths. Next, if
ओके
any.
सर।
All the best.
Can I ask a question? Hello. Hello.
Sure, Guru Prasad.
Yeah. Let me introduce myself first. I was a lecturer in a private college teaching management to the people, and I have an interest that I wanted to start an entrepreneurship business. But several business it is coming out. But one thing I wanted to know it from you, that if we can do something with a student, those they are enrolling in IGNO, can we give some practical training so that they can have practical knowledge about it, comes out to the ins and outs upon business, and can carry forward that ideas or to improve the ideas and start of their own? Can it be happen with this IGNO?
Yes, Guru Prasad. See, that's the reason why these IGNO and other institutes are coming up with incubation centers. Okay. The
Okay.
incubation centers are primarily for you to incubate. यानी कि वो ग्रो होना चाहिए, अंदर से उभरना चाहिए। आप इंक्यूबेशन का माने मतलब जानते हो ना? See, when
Ah.
something needs the proper environment to grow, that is what we call incubation. So incubation centers will give you a platform. माने वो डेटा रिसर्च करना चाहते हो तो आपको वो डेटा अवेलेबिलिटी कराएंगे, right? You want to experiment, they will give you the equipment to experiment, right? That's the and for this the government is also funding. Why are you keeping yourself restricted to this? See,
No, where is the?
uh,
Let me ask you one question. Where is the incubation center as far as our RC Bhuneshwar is there, or is it in Cuttack? I'm a man from Cuttack.
there are several incubation centers. What kind of product are you interested? Basically, what field are you interested to work
I
with?
am interested in the field of IT. Even if I doesn't belong
IT.
to the IT sector, because there is a lot of
Have you,
scope I can understand.
Guru? Have you heard about STPI?
STPI. Yes, I heard,
Software
but I forget
Technology
about
Park
what
of
is it.
India.
Software Technology
Software
Park of India.
Technology.
Yeah, heard about it.
ଗୋତପାଟନା ନା ଶୁଣିଛନ୍ତି? ସେଇଠି ଗୋଟେ
Kota
STPI ଅଛି
Gotropatana.
ଭୁବନେଶ୍ୱରରେ ଗୋତପାଟନା। ହଁ ହଁ ହଁ।
अच्छा, हाँ हाँ हाँ, ଶୁଣନ୍ତୁ sir.
IMI Institute, Birla Global Institute,
अच्छा,
ହଁ ସେଇ ପାଖରେ
sir.
ଅଛି STPI। ସେଇଠି ସେମାନେ ଟେକ୍ନୋଲୋଜି ବେସ୍ଡ ଇନୋଭେସନ୍ସ ପାଇଁ ଇନକ୍ୟୁବେସନ ସେଣ୍ଟର କରିଛନ୍ତି। एंड आपण जदि और आपणको स्टूडेंट जदि चाहूचंती जे सेमती किछि अवेल करिवे, प्लीज विजिट दैट प्लेस एंड इंक्वायर देयर like what is the process of availing the services of incubation center there.
Actually,
I
one
have
thing is
been
that
to that.
during the period of this COVID-19, I have started learning this digital marketing, and when I am exploring this subject, I came to realize there is a vast opportunities as far as IT is concerned. But somehow or other, I cannot make myself understand then how to connect with and where to start from. That is a problem. It's yes, I understand what social media is, and how to design a website and how to promote a business, whether it is of any nature. That I can understand as a person, as a student of digital marketing. But I am not getting the people's, or I don't have any proper idea then how to approach one business to get it and how to start it. That I want to do. That I want to learn. If it is in STPI, then definitely I'll find it out and visit there once.
Please do visit and find out even from their website how they enroll and all. And certainly एक रास्ता तो आपको मिल ही जाएगा, right?
जी.
There are so many other organizations like MSME based organizations who are coming up to create that facility. So you will have to just check that. बहुत जने हैं, आप
जी.
हिम्मत मत हारो, बस
नहीं मैं
आप
हिम्मत
देखते
नहीं हार
जाओ।
रहा हूँ, बस मेरे को सिर्फ रास्ता दिखाना है.
अरे दिख
अगर वो
जाएगा।
रास्ता मेरे को
अरे
मिल गया तो आई डेफिनेटली आई एम अ courageous man, sir.
okay, good, all the best। चलो, any other
अच्छा,
question please?
and one more thing is that, so about the information you have given, definitely I'll find it out. But if I
Yes.
want to have some queries, can I have your number, please, so that I can disturb you
uh,
not for all, but when it is a time of need.
Certainly approach through your institute, they will give you. In fact, in such platforms, we are not supposed to give our number directly. So you can
Okay,
get my number from the center RC directly. Okay.
okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. All
I'll
the
get the
best.
number,
Bye.
and if it is needed, I'll definitely go to the STPI and try to find out what else we can do. And if there is
Please do
any
that.
such information I wanted to get it from you, I'll give you a call. My name is Guru Prasad
Whatever
Mahana.
best,
Yeah,
whatever best, I will certainly do it, Guru. Okay.
thank you, sir.
Okay. Welcome. I think we can call it a day. All the best to all of you. May I have the RC member to conclude this if there aren't any more questions? RC Bhuvneshwar, shall we wind up? Pankaj, you have one more question, is it? Pankaj, are you raising your hand to ask a question, or you want to use the reaction icon and instead you used a raise hand?
Sir, मोर सब सरी गला.
Okay, thank you, thank you. Chalo,
Thank you, sir.
I think we can call it a day and wind up here. Thanks once again, all of you. I think you can leave now.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, sir.
Yeah, Rashmi,
Thank you, sir.
welcome.
So, thank you so much, Dr. Rajagopal. It was really a great privilege and a great pleasure to have you as our esteemed resource person for today's program. Now it's time to thank each one of the guests who are present here. We take this opportunity to thank Director NCID IGNO, Dr. O.P. Sharma sir, for his inspiring words, for his precious time, and for his wonderful leadership. Thank you so much, sir. I also take this opportunity to thank our esteemed resource person today, Dr. Rajagopal sir, not only for his enriched leadership, not only for his wisdom, but also for his warm personality. He has addressed the queries of the participants with utmost diligence, with utmost honor. He has cared each one of us in his address, and as a true innovator, as a true entrepreneur, he has not only kept the secrets to himself, but he has shared with us all the secrets. But that is, I think, not like an entrepreneur, but like a teacher. A teacher shares, but an entrepreneur always hides. But both as a teacher, as an entrepreneur, he's a wonderful person, and he has shared all his tricks with us. So thank you, Rajagopal sir. Thank you very much for giving us your precious time. I also thank my dearest learners for their interest in this topic, for having come to us on this platform and being our co-learners in this wonderful journey of learning. So thank you, dearest learners. I wish you all the best to that you always go ahead in life, not only as status quoists, but also as entrepreneurs. So I pray God that He makes you adventurers. He gives you enough strength to entrepreneur in life. So wish you all the best for that. I also thank my colleagues at the Regional Center, Dr. S.K. Panigrahi, Dr. P.K. Janna, who have been instrumental in the activities of the Innovation Club, and my friend Dr. Santosh Kumar Panigrahi was instrumental in requesting Dr. Rajagopal, a wonderful person, to be here amongst us. So my special thanks to Dr. S.K. Panigrahi. Last but not the least, I thank our Senior Regional Director, Dr. S.K. Tripathi sir, for his wonderful leadership. He has always inspired us not only in the official work, but also in the extension activity. So thank you so much, sir, for being a wonderful leader. And I again take this opportunity to thank each one of us present here in the contribution they have made to the success of this event. Thank you everybody. Thank you, Dr. Rajagopal, once again. So now the meeting is over. Thank you once again.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.